I'm in the building.
Let's
go.
Live with the Woodward Roll.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Y'all know what this is. Peace and blessings. It is your boy, Eli Rax, a.k.a. Vibes, and welcome to New York Revival, where it's not just sports, it's entertainment. And I'm here with my brother, man. You guys know who he is, and that's Mr. Glass Half Full of Nets.
Steve the Genius.
Let's fucking go. Let's go.
Y'all know what this is, man. And of course, Hefe, he ain't freaking here, man. What the hell is this guy doing?
Late, fashionably late.
Fashionably late as usual, man.
Sheesh.
Of course. And shout out to you. Yes, you the revivalists in the chat. Please hit that thumbs up, share, and subscribe. We do appreciate all the support, man. I see Jerry in the building. I see JS in the building so far. These guys in here, man, supporting. We appreciate you guys, man. Shout out to Jerry, man. Giant inside. If you don't know now, you know. Speed. Let's go around the room, man. How was your week, man? This guy did a little bit of everything. But how was your week?
Wow. Weekend was lit. Let's just start it that way. Friday night, your boy was in the building at MSG. I was amongst the people like we needed to be. Hey, listen, it started out like I was supposed to be outside. You know, I was gonna be like, we outside. This is me. This is what we do. And then I might have the rich card right now, but I'm passing it out to my friends because they are the ones that got us in the building. Shout outs to G May. Shout outs to Colleen. The rich people got us in the building, and I'm not gonna turn down.
Although I'm gonna have to shout out to the sis too, because she was in the building too.
Yeah,
she might be rich too. I'm just saying, sis, you might be rich too.
Listen,
sis. Just saying.
Get you some.
We have to talk about this here.
Listen, but hey, that's it. We started off the weekend with an awesome W. It was almost like the 41-0 NFC Championship game for the Giants Vikings. Yeah. Complete domination from Jump Street. You knew like right away, and I could pinpoint the exact moment. Knicks were up like 10, and Mitch was running all over the court playing defense by himself. It seemed like, and he stole the ball from Jalen Brunson in the court. Jalen Brown in the corner. Started the break the other way. They went up 13. It was game over after that. There was like halfway through the first quarter. It was done after that. You could tell that the Celtics were like, all right, we're gassed. We gave it all we got, and the Knicks just feasted on them. And they rolled with the crowd, and the streets were absurd. Yeah. Jalen knew right away, man. He knew right away. You could tell. I was like, I felt a peace and calm when I saw that. I was like, yo, he knows, man. He knows. But Saturday and Sunday, dude, your boy's on daddy daycare duty. Saturday and Thursday, bro. The wifey's out of town. The boys we're getting through. Survive in advance. We're gonna make it to Thursday, bro.
Let's go. Listen, man. Shout out to the sis over there, the missus. But yeah, man, I figured that you went to the game. That she was like, yeah, sure. It's gonna be a work thing.
Yeah,
went out to Chippendales or something. Who knows?
Dude, she's out in Vegas, bro. She's out in Vegas.
Yeah, she's definitely living the best life somewhere. Hands down, right
now. Best life, bro.
Yo, shout out to her, man. But man, listen, man, my week was my week. Speed, man. You know me.
Yeah, you're working hard, bro.
I work hard. I probably do something around the house. Nothing too crazy. Hold on, man. I just heard a beep. Oh, is that Hef? Forget Hef, man.
No, he teased us.
This son of a bitch. But guys, of course, man, we have a special guest in the building. If you don't know, now you know. We had to bring him on because, guys, these guys are elite when they're talking about Knicks basketball. These guys are number one out there, man. When I mean they outside. Everything about New York. They bring that swag there, man. They bring it here. Let me tell you. From the KnicksFanTV YouTube channel, our guy, your guy, Mr. JD Sports Talk. Round of applause, my brother. What's going on with you? I appreciate you, man. What's going on?
Thank you guys for having me, man. Great times right now in New York City. City's on fire. And, starts tomorrow. The new journey, the new series, and I know everyone is waiting for this series to start. It's been a couple days with 4 days off since the last game, so we're all looking forward to continuing to celebrate. Hopefully, the Knicks win this series, and 4 wins away.
Oh my god!
Here it goes,
We need this break though, right? I feel like we needed this 4-day break, recharge the batteries. The team needs to recharge the batteries. The fans do, and now it's crazy. We're only halfway there. It feels like more. Feels like we're closer, but there's 8 more wins left, man.
And listen,
I'm still like, I kind of still can't believe that we're here, considering the type of season this team has had and the ups and downs and the scrutiny. But the way the NBA is also transitioning, where 4 teams left, but there's no LeBron, no Kobe. Like, it's just a different era as you see the young stars around the 4 teams that are left. So I think it's exciting times for the league.
Oh yeah, man.
and listen, and let me say this too, man, because obviously the people want to know, how does the Pacers match up with the Knicks in your opinion here? Do you think the Knicks have a chance? I mean, again, we have to be biased and we're going to say New York, but just give us your good, honest opinion here. Will the Knicks survive this series, you think, man, just looking at those 2 teams in that matchup?
Listen, objectively, I think, Vegas has the Knicks as the favorite. And I think from a basketball standpoint, the Knicks should be, I would say, slight favorites. They're the 3 seed. They had a better regular season record. They're hosting the series because of that. And, a lot of the talking heads, what are the hot topics of every series is people like to say, who is the best player in this series? And when I look at this series, I think objectively, Jalen Brunson is the best player between both teams. So when you look at it from that standpoint, you look at it from also, they just beat the Boston Celtics. To a lot of people, the last series between the Knicks and the Celtics, to a lot of people felt that this is the mini Eastern Conference Finals, and whoever wins this series should go on to go to the NBA Finals. Now, in terms of the matchup, it's going to be a tough matchup. It's going to be an extremely tough matchup. When you look at how the Pacers have gotten here, they've gotten here by beating Giannis. They've gotten here by beating a Cleveland team that won 68 games. However, they were a little injured, but they still were the road team. They still were the underdogs, even with the injuries. And the Cleveland Cavaliers got enough players back in that series to where the Pacers were tested and they prevailed. Also, the style of play that the Pacers play, which is a very fast-paced style, is going to give, I think, the New York Knicks a lot of challenges because it's going to test their communication on defense. It's going to test their discipline on defense. It's going to test, their conditioning. We saw last year versus the Pacers, the Knicks were injured. OG Anunoby was hurt in that Pacers series. He hurt his hamstring. And if you saw how he hurt his hamstring, was by running straight line speed, trying to get on the fast break, and he pulled up lane. So the Knicks were comfortable playing a isocentric, Boston Celtics team with Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. I think the way that series ended with no Jason Tatum, I think is going to prepare them for the Pacers, because when Jason Tatum was out, you saw those last 2 games, even the game that the Celtics got blown out, but you saw the Celtics had to change their identity to a more of a ball movement offense. And I think that helped the Knicks because the Knicks had to now change their defensive scheme. And the Pacers play similar to how the Celtics played those last 2 games. So transitioning in between, I think is going to help the Knicks for this series.
And I got a question for you. It is crazy because, Pistons were a different beast. Boston were a different beast. And now Indy is another different beast. They get out and run, like you said. They got some depth. It's going to test the Knicks' depth, which, has been a problem. But that's why they need these 4 days, man. They've rested. They're going to leave it all on the floor only to get, Minnesota or OKC. Yeah, but that's neither here nor there. We're not thinking about that right now. Now, the Pacers, who's the X factor for you? Who's the bigger X factor? Is it Halliburton for you, Turner, or is it somebody that we're not thinking about right now?
I'm going to say the X factor for the Indiana Pacers is probably going to be Pascal Siakam.
Yeah,
we're looking at, he's one of their highest paid players. He's their wing type player. 6'8", 6'9", former Toronto Raptor, former teammate of Precious Achua and OG Anunoby. I think this is going to be OG Anunoby's matchup as well in terms of defensive assignment. And again, when you look at around the league, you look at the Celtics, I thought the Tatum, Jaylen Brown, the wing matchup was the reason why we got Mikal Bridges and OG Anunoby. Well, when I look at this Pacers matchup, you look at Halliburton, who's more of a floor general style. He can score. He will have some high scoring games, but he likes to live more in that 15 to 18 point range and dish out the basketball. Pascal Siakam, I think, is a guy that can give the Knicks a lot of pressure if he plays well. Therefore, if you can neutralize him, I think then the Pacers are going to have a lot of trouble in terms of shot creation to put pressure on the Knicks defense. So for me, it's Pascal Siakam. And if you want me to add a bonus player after that, I think it's probably going to be Ben Mathurin off the bench. Ben Mathurin was a six-man of the year candidate. Ben Mathurin didn't play last time against the Knicks, and he's a player that would be a starter on a lot of teams, but because of the alignment of the Pacers with Andrew Nembhard as a starter, Ben Mathurin comes off the bench, averaged 16, 18 points during the season. In the playoffs, his three-point shot has dipped a little, but when you look at putting pressure on the Knicks, the Pacers' depth, Ben Mathurin being one of those bench pieces, could give the Knicks problems. So I think he is, and also because he plays with a little bit of an attitude, a little bit of energy, and sometimes energy players in the playoffs can galvanize your team. So neutralizing that aspect, I think, will be important for the Knicks to win the series.
And I keep forgetting that motherfucker TJ McConnell is on that team, and he was a thorn, bro. He was a thorn in our size, and I can't wait to hate on him all over again coming up, man, because I know that's gonna be it, man. That's gonna be it for me. And Halliburton, it's gonna be, and it's not quite Pacers Knicks of the 90s, that level of craziness with Reggie and all, but I hate some dudes on that team. There's gonna be a rivalry now. This is gonna be 2 straight years meeting in the playoffs. I think it's gonna be ratcheted up, man. I'm looking forward to it.
Totally agree. And listen, you said the as far as the Pacers, who's going to be that X factor over there. Let's move over to the Knicks a little bit there, because actually Jalen Brunson, yes, we understand he's clutch to start a team, but who is the next person that have to step up in this series for the Pacers? You feel on the Knicks, whether it's Makai or OG, who's the guy that has to step up the most to help Jalen Brunson and his team advance to the finals here?
It's Mikal Bridges to me. I think it has to continue to be him. He had, part of this journey for the Knicks, however this journey ends, when they look back and they create the film of this journey, Mikal Bridges is going to be in a lot of those clutch moment highlights from a defensive standpoint. You saw how they won those first 2 games on the road at Boston. He was a big part of those comebacks. He was a big part of the last possession of the game, getting those stops. Gave up 5 draft picks to acquire him, and he is playing a premium position at the forward spot, the wing spot. And also, when Mikal Bridges scores more than 20 points, guys, this season, when he scores more than 20 points, the Knicks are 25-4 this season. That's an 86 winning percentage.
Great
that
stat.
right there tells you all season. They practically do not lose when he gets up there into the, and we're not talking 30, we're not talking 25, we're not talking, we're just talking, just hit the 21 mark, and the Knicks have a great chance to win. That also goes to show you when he can be aggressive. When you see a stat like that, there's a lot of nuance that could be involved in it, and one of those to me is it just takes pressure off the rest of the team. When he can take some of that scoring load off of Jalen Brunson and Karl Anthony Towns. It also tells you that, they put a lot of pressure on the defense because now you're adding another player to the fold. So to me, Mikal Bridges being able to continue that, his play, gaining a lot of confidence, being aggressive. And also he's played with some emotion, which is, you haven't seen in him. And I think the Pistons series actually brought that out of him. The Pistons are a lot of credit to the Pistons in terms of the Knicks getting to this point mentally tough.
Yeah, when he stole that ball in that Celtics series at game 1, like that was the most emotion I've seen out of
it
him
was.
all season. He was jacked up, and like the stop in the second game. And you know, the Knicks, man, they're battle tested now and they're healthy. That's the difference between last year. Like I feel like they were breaking down at this point. And you know, for the most part, and again, everybody's playing close to 100 games now. Everybody's a little banged up, but the Knicks are as healthy as they're going to be right now. They all the cards are on the table. You know, they didn't overwork anybody, I feel like, in the Boston series either, right? Like, they weren't playing everybody 50 minutes, you know, like going in OT. And especially that last game, they cleared the bench. That never happens. So, you know, I feel primed and ready. So, I just want to shift the conversation just a little bit more here, specifically about Jalen Brunson. Now, we've been having this conversation for weeks now. Jalen Brunson, where does he rank for you currently in your top Knicks list? And does he have the chance to advance now if he gets him to the finals? Where is he on JD's list?
All time?
Yeah.
All time.
You see,
No pressure.
You know, this is such a
How about in your what that you've seen? Let's narrow it down to what you've seen.
That's why, because it's so nuanced, and I think as generations go by, I don't know. Like it's like, for me, I guess if you would have to add the all times with the Fraziers, the Willis Reed, you know, but in terms of have I seen, listen, he has to be right now. I would say, I think I love Melo. I think he's gotten past Melo.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's above Melo.
I agree.
And the reason I mean, listen, they've gone to the Eastern Conference Finals for the first time in 25 years.
Come on.
You know, Melo was unable to do that here. He did it as a Denver Nugget, but not as a New York Knick. And here's the other thing too is, you know, prematurely have this conversation now, but I'm also putting him above Melo because I'm already projecting into the future of his Knick career.
Right. This is the beginning.
He's gotten us here now.
Yes.
And guys, if we're allowed to look forward next year, Jason Tatum is not going to play for the Celtics.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to look at the East next year, the Knicks might end this run, and as soon as the season's over, they might be the Vegas favorites to come out.
Yeah.
Because who in the East now? You know, Giannis is. You know, Shams reported that Giannis is going to be looking to potentially move, and from all the rumors, most of the contenders for his services are in the Western Conference.
Right.
So if Giannis leaves the conference, which he no longer is even that big of a threat to the Knicks, right? Because the Knicks dominated the Bucks this season, and the Bucks don't have anywhere to get better. I look at the East next year, in the next couple of years, you know, Cooper Flag, the number 1 pick, is going to go to the Western Conference most likely.
Not the Nets, baby.
When you look, when you look at this landscape, this could be the era where Jalen Brunson could be dominating the Eastern Conference and could get the Knicks to multiple NBA Finals or multiple Eastern Conference Finals. So I think he's definitely top 5. I think the more interesting question is if he wins the championship this year, how high does he get now?
I mean, Pat never listen. I love Pat, and he was always number 1 in my book that I've seen, but he didn't win the ship because you know he couldn't finger roll. But I listen. If Jalen wins it, like you said,
is he the best that we've ever seen?
Yes, that we've ever seen.
Because then you still got to put Reed and Clyde.
I know for sure they're in there. Exactly. I don't know
that we've ever seen. It might be Brunson.
I'm saying, man. And
yes, again, as far and it's funny he used that word as we ever seen. Yes, as we have. Yes, absolutely. Then you have to put him up there. But if right now, because you still got, I think you have to put him next to Clyde and etc. But he will beat out Patrick Ewing if he was to win the championship. Hands down. Like there should be no debate at all. And listen, and Pat Ewing's Pat Ewing. Do not get it twisted. There's no discredit to him at all. It's just you got to look at Brunson and go, man, this guy brought home a championship. In whatever years this drought is, I can't even do the math right now. I'm sure JD, you
73. You do the math.
52 years out.
Nuts. And he brings home a championship. Yes, he Patrick Ewing's the underling at this point, and there's no disrespect. Like you got to throw him up there, but I think he's neck and neck with the other guys as far as championship wise, as far as caliber, because he made it there.
And why and why we like love Melo is because he changed the culture here, right? Like he brought credibility back to New York Knicks. Now Jalen Brunson is bringing even more credibility than Melo even brought. Like he's made us a now championship contender. When Melo was here, he brought us into relevance, right? We are no longer just relevant anymore. We are talking championship level, potentially. Fingers crossed. I don't want to get ahead of ourselves here, but
and you know
one
what's
game
going
at
to
a
be
time,
more
one
talked
series at a
about?
time.
You know what's going to be more talked about if he does get the championship? He left $100 million on the table.
Yeah.
$100. He left that amount to be. You talk about the CBA and how it's crippling teams now. That is the reason why there's so much parity now. This year, for the first time in NBA history, there'll be a 7th NBA champion in 7 straight seasons. It's never been done before. You can talk about the super team era. Potentially, that era could be over until the next CBA. See what happens then. But Jalen Brunson, understanding the financial implications that he could have waited a year and gotten the super max, signed early and left $100 million on the table to potentially be able to re-sign Mikal Bridges, who has reportedly said he's going to be willing to take a pay cut. Like being able to assemble a team in their late 20s. If he's able to win a championship, again, I don't know how the conversation changes, but you have to add that as one of the reasons why when you say he's the best Knick ever or whatever, that's part of the story.
Yeah,
and so that's going to be amazing.
And so speaking on that real quick, because this is talking to town now, super teams. Are you okay with this being the end of the era of super teams? Is it good for basketball or is it bad for basketball? End of the super teams right now.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm still adjusting to it. I like it. It gives me it reminds me, it gives me kind of the sense of NFL. It reminds me of the first Sunday where we're all hyped to go to the bar and we just think every team has a chance. And obviously after week 3, some of the teams the season's already over, but I'm still adjusting to it because I'm not gonna lie, man. Growing up, I always wanted to be good during the Kobe era. I wanted the Knicks to be good during the LeBron era. I'm a competitive person. So I wanted this Knicks. I wish these Knicks were great back against the Miami Heat, the LeBrons or the Cavaliers, just because you want to take down the villain. I can't stand the Cowboys just because everybody talks about them like they're America's team. I can't stand the brand, right? And they're like always a villain to me. Even if they're good or bad, I can't stand them. And so that is the one thing that is still developing is who is the villain now of the NBA. I think that's why the NBA is trying to push Anthony Edwards into that role because he has that personality. That he's getting compared to MJ because of his trash talking ability. A lot of people want to see the Minnesota Timberwolves versus the Knicks because of the headlines. Imagine that. Julius Randle versus Karl Anthony Towns, Dante DiVincenzo, at the Garden. Like, I think the NBA now is trying to create the story headlines. I think that's the only thing missing. But it is great because every team, the fan bases are a part of it. I think what is missing is who is the real face and who is the villain. Once they get that down packed, then it's all good. I think it'll be fine.
I agree. And now, listen, of course, JD, you are a New Yorker, so that means you are a Giants fan as well. So let me ask you a couple questions here because New York Revival, we went to Green Bay, and we felt like we bought some players in here that is the future, and we're excited about them. Just really quick, let me get your draft grade here. When the Giants bought in, of course, our guy here, Jackson Dart. All the guys there, Abdul Carter, Scatterbo, all these guys. Give me your grade on the draft and how Joe Shane is cooking to you, man.
All right. My grade is a strong A. I'm going to give him an A. I'm going to give him an A because, I think, first of all, getting Abdul Carter at 3. Now, listen, I'm not going to lie to you guys. Listen, I'll give my point on Shedeur Sanders here in a second.
Okay.
Let me just recap real quick the draft here. Listen, I think being able to get a player like Abdul Carter, when you look at the NFC East, and you look at where it's headed. Listen, if that Jaden Daniels, if there's any signal of what could happen, if there's consistency to that, if he doesn't have a sophomore slump, or even if he does, but if it looks like what it's looking like, we have somebody to worry about for a decade.
Yep.
And when you look at that, when you look at the fact that the way Howie Roseman works the cap with the Eagles, signing players early, and he literally just drafts big names from big schools. Like when you're at that point of talent, all you got to do is sit back and you just say, well, who's the player that dropped from Georgia? Who's the player that dropped from Alabama?
Bama, Georgia. Okay.
And then you just draft that player and you just keep restocking, right? And that's going to happen until either your offensive line, or in this case, maybe Saquon Barkley takes a step back, or the offensive line. That's when I think the team starts to unravel a little bit, and you need to retool. And then the Cowboys are always interesting because of they always get regarded for talent. So it's important now to build the trenches and build a defense, and being able to add an Abdul Carter to a Brian Burns to a Kayvon Thibodeau. Listen, man, it's about time that we have a player that I can talk trash to in the rest of the NFC East and say we got the best pass rush in the division.
Yes.
That's why I miss the straight hand days. Like, listen, Brian Burns is great. We got some good players, but I'm tired of always having to, sleep and think about, man, I hope Andrew Thomas is healthy tomorrow against Micah Parsons. Yeah. Right? Like it's about time that we get a player on that level to that.
We need a demon,
player
bro.
is the main talking point on ESPN, and we got that player. And I think Abdul Carter could be on that level. So that was amazing. And then when you add they took the swing for Jackson Dart. I was so fixated on Cam Ward and Shedeur Sanders that I didn't even do my whole analysis on Jackson Dart until late in the process.
Wow, really? Okay.
Yeah, I'm talking last week. Just because I just thought that, like, there's so much going on with the Shedeur Sanders. They have to at least be working something out to trade into the first to get him. And because I said, man, like, there's so much work being done. It can't be for anything. And then you start seeing the rumors, and you start seeing some of the things that started happening between, Joe Shane and Brian Dable. And then, they got, Jackson Dart. And then getting the depth pieces with Scatterbo. I think Darius Alexander is a very good pick, being able to finally put someone next to Dexter Lawrence. I think Darius Alexander might actually surprise and be a day one starter.
He's a stud.
Why not waste any time? Like Roches, Newton, Jeremiah Ledbetter. Those are decent players. Let's give the young, guy, if he comes in training camp, give him that starting job. Trey Hawkins came in and started, right? Like, give that third round pick, who is a third round pick, but in many people's eyes was supposed to be a second round pick with first round talent. So I think he could be a great piece. I think the draft was phenomenal all around. The Giants have an opportunity here to develop 1, 2, 3 immediate starters.
Right.
And then Scatterbo could be sometimes regarded as a starter, depending on the reps.
If he's playing half the snaps. Well,
outstanding draft.
I agree, man.
Now, with Shedeur, let me say something real quick about Shedeur.
Go on.
I'm not going to lie. I wanted Shedeur Sanders, but I'm going to admit it was more emotional than what I actually saw on film. In terms of at the number 3 spot. I just thought that, listen, man, we're as an organization, we got nothing to lose. This regime has nothing to lose. And let's get somebody in here. I kind of regarded it like what Juan Soto did with the Yankees. When Juan Soto came to the Yankees, I was shocked that the Yankees even wanted a player of Juan Soto's personality. We all know how the Yankees operate. They're more blue collar. They don't like the player that is going to come in and kind of alter things, kind of show off and showboat and do all the shenanigans, as they like to say.
Right.
And I felt when Juan Soto came in, he totally shifted the culture. And look how much fun the Yankees had last season. And I think his experience here is also an underlying reason why this year they've gotten rid of the beer policy.
Hey,
When
he
you look
broke
at
the
it, it's
poster.
like
You're
there's no
right.
coincidence that from one season to the next, you know, that you heard the rumors about Soto not liking some of the things, and then Devin Williams coming in, and he felt like, you know, and so then they reconsidered it, like, so he shifted the culture of the Yankees, and I just thought that Shedeur Sanders was worth the risk to do that. So it was more emotional.
Agreed.
A lot of
Now,
people were there.
Agreed.
Cam Ward, to me,
Same.
I think you saw the report, and if you see the film,
That's my guy, bro.
yo, the Giants were willing to sell the farm for Cam Ward.
Yeah.
So all that talk on the combine where Joe Shane was saying that, oh, we didn't really haven't done anything, that was all smoke.
Yep.
They did film work on Cam. They were just playing coy because Shane was starting to realize, yo, all this talk about the Titans want to move, it's not looking like they want to move.
Right.
And I need to keep making, you know, I need to keep acting like I'm not too interested in Cam.
Yeah. Play
Because
cool.
if you keep pushing that narrative, maybe the Titans start to second guess and say, well, yeah, this the quarterback class not too strong. Maybe we should. Everyone's saying it'll be a good move if we trade down to 3 and we still get Abdul Carter, you know. So and it didn't work out. But Jackson Dart, listen, the only thing I'll say about that is at the end of the day, you hired Brian Daboll for one reason, and it's because of his reputation.
Yes.
And that's it. And if I'm Joe Shane, I think that's why Joe Shane said, this is who you want. Hey, we both kept our jobs, so we're both tied at the hip. I don't think this is going to be a Brian Daboll's going to get fired, Joe Shane's going to get one more year. They both understand we're either going to make it here together or we're both out of here together.
That's it.
Oh, yeah.
So if that's the case,
if
that's the case, then I'm going to sign off on your guy because this is your guy and you're the coach, and that's what, you know, everyone says that you're here for. So you got to believe in the pick.
I am with you. We're with you, bro. We're with you,
JD. That is awesome work, man. I do appreciate you. Please, if you can, tell the people where to find you guys. He knows his stuff, man. He knows his stuff. You hear this? He knows football. He knows the baseball and the Knicks, man. Come on, what more do you want? I mean, true New Yorker, but please, man, tell the people where they can find you, brother.
KnicksFanTV, pretty much. I'm co-host for KnicksFanTV. Shout out CP, the franchise, and the team there. You can check us out on KnicksFanTV. And sometimes I do pop in here and there with the entertainer talking sports. He does have me on every now and then when my schedule allows it to. I do come in and talk Giants with him. So yeah, you'll definitely see me on the chat and with Tana or at KnicksFanTV.
That's what I'm talking about. JD, listen, Mikasa, Sukasa, anytime you want to come back on, please, brother. Door's always open, man. We're gonna need you for the series, man.
We might have you again. You know, let's get the good times rolling for the next 2-3 weeks, man. Come on,
let's do it. Let's do it.
We appreciate you, brother, man. We'll get you for the next one.
All right,
thank you, JD.
You're good, man.
Peace. Man, some great stuff as always from JD, man. Guys, we got to keep moving because we have Revivalists of the Month in the building.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
How can you become Revivalist of the Month? It's simple. Get in the chat, show some support, and that's pretty much it, man. You can come on a podcast and have a good time and talk some sports with us as well. Without further ado, man, our guy, the Revivalist of the Month. You may know him once he pops up in here. Our brother, your brother, Bartlett's in the building. Bartlett, round of applause.
Let's go.
Round of applause. Round of applause. Brother Bartlett, what's going on, man? How's everything?
What's going on, fellas?
How we doing?
His voice is ready for radio. Do you hear that voice?
I love it.
Ready for radio. He's like, hey, how you guys doing here? I got to hold on one second, Bartlett.
Let's go.
Yeah, what's going on, Bartlett? How's everything, brother? Welcome to the show.
Speed, can we get a F1 Soto?
Oh,
F1 Soto.
Yo, I can't today, brother. I can't. It's too soon. It's too soon.
Listen, Bartlett, man, welcome to the show, man. Couple things, of course, we're gonna dive right into, man. We got the Giants, we got the Knicks, man. We got baseball here, but first, I want you to do me a favor here before we start. Give me another F1 Soto here.
No,
F1 Soto.
Oh God, he came up so small, bro. He came up so small.
I gotta keep doing it, man. Shout out.
I got nothing to say.
Respect.
Bartlett, we gotta go.
Juan's a stud, but you know it was great. The boos, the back turns, I loved it all.
I'm just glad we're not going to be back in the Bronx until the World Series. You know, I am so done with that series. Let it get us out of there as quickly as possible, man.
World Series. Y'all think y'all making the world? Anyway, that's another subject.
I'm saying that we won't have to be back there until then, if we ever have to be back. That's what I'm saying.
That's fair.
All right, say no more, man. But of course, man, we got to go a little bit backwards for you, Bartlett, here, because we got to talk draft. We got to talk about the schedule. We got to talk about a bunch of things when it comes to the New York Giants, man. But first, we'll go backwards. We ask the same question we asked JD. The draft, what grades you give it, man? And is Joe Shane cooking to you finally, brother?
I have to say B+. It was he did more than I thought they would ever do. I really thought that they would. I didn't think they would go Abdul Carter as much as I wanted them to. I was thinking all the smoke and mirrors they were throwing out there, I really thought they were going to go Shador. I kind of like how they went in the back half of the first and got their guy, because Daboll is his 4th year as the head coach, and he's the quarterback guru, right? And he's never really had a quarterback. They've never drafted a quarterback. So finally, this is the guy he wants. Let's see what he can do with him. You know, he's got, in my opinion, he's got, as much as I hate it, I just got Zach Wilson vibes with Jackson Dart.
Oh, don't say that, please, God.
I don't.
What is it? Because he's a Mormon?
Who's this man?
They went to the same high school together. I don't know. I will say this: he played in a better conference in SEC.
Yes.
You know, bigger games, but I'm gonna wait to see what he does, because I hope he's the next Eli. I hope he's here 12 years, 15 years. So we'll see what we got.
I hope he's better. I don't want to know no close to Eli all over again. I just hope he's better, because the closest thing we had to Eli was a guy named Daniel Jones, and he wasn't. The attitude was Eli, but he damn sure wasn't Eli. You know what I'm saying? So I hope Jackson Dart turns out to be better than the last quarter.
We got some culture changers here. Like we were just talking about it with JD before. Like this guy, you know, Dart, Carter, even Scatterbo, like these guys are bringing a different level of like toughness and athlete to this team. You know, Carter from a star potential standpoint, a quarterback's got swag for the first time probably in franchise history. Like, you know, hey, oh, look who decided to join us. Sorry. Excuse me. Sorry.
Son of a bitch. Hold on 1 second. Hold on.
Who's this man?
What's going on, baby?
That is totally fair, and I apologize. How rude of me.
Late.
Bartlett, great to meet you, bro. You are officially on our security team. Look at you.
Yeah,
Look at you,
man.
bro.
We're going to need you this summer.
What's up, Tuto?
Oh, shit. We got a super chat. Hold on. That's right. Hold on.
Holy shit, a super chat.
We got to get you two in the ring. Salutes and respect.
I like this. What the hell happened
to NYR squad, Eli Spee, and our guy Jay Bilden, and diehard Giants fans and Knicks fans across the pond. Oh, I'm frozen. Am I frozen?
No, you're back. Now you're delayed, apparently.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry. All right. Well, he's just giving us the greetings from his entire squad in Italy. As usual, we love you, Tuto. And now we got to get you two to meet, because we got two of the most jacked motherfuckers on the planet as our fans. Come on.
And three.
I'm nothing like Tuto. Tuto's a man.
Yeah.
All the respect to that rugby, man.
He
I love it.
is a unit. I love it. Yeah. So Jeff, sorry. We were just going over the draft. Now we're moving on to, in my opinion, we like the offseason, right, Bartlett? So what do you think about the schedule? Does it matter? Are you a schedule guy? Does the schedule matter to you? Or you're like, fuck it, let's just go play the games and see what happens?
I mean, for years, if you were shitty, you got a weaker schedule.
You would think.
And I feel like they get screwed every year.
Yeah.
But I mean, you got to win, right? So you got to beat who's in front of you. Bowen scares me, but the defense has so many friggin' weapons. If they could use, I'd love to see them use Abdul Carter like they use Parsons. You know, where you got Kayvon, you got Burns on the corners, and you can kind of let Abdul do his thing. You just run around. But Bowen scares me, but I'm really excited to see what that young defense can do. I think they got more weapons on offense. It's always the same thing with the O-line. Is Andrew, is is AT going to be healthy? You know, what are the guards? It's always the same shit with that.
Yeah,
they got a lot more weapons this year. You know, so I mean, I love, you know, obviously we love Neighbors, but Cam Scatabo, man, I never thought they would pick him. I didn't think he was even in the cards. And I was out on a service call, and I did the Henry Hill pumping the friggin' fist. I saw him pick when I was watching it when I was riding around. So I love that kid. The stories about him putting his brother's helmet on and running to light poles. I mean,
gotta love that. We need some of that. Guy. We need some of that energy over here.
Right. And he looks like a fullback too.
He does.
Right.
44.
And then
such a good
the third round pick, Alexander, was. I mean, they had a second round grade supposedly on him. So I mean, to get all these guys where they got them, they all had higher grades. And even the guard, what's his? Mambo?
Yeah, Mabo. Mabo. I still gotta figure out how to say that.
Right. Yeah. But they had high grade on him, and they got him in the 5th. So the last couple of years, Shane has really done, I think, a good job. You know, in the draft. So I mean, it's got to play out on the field. So on paper, it looks nice, but
yep. And the schedule honestly was just a matter of bad timing because the NFC East is peaking right now, and then the divisions that you play are rotated every 4 years. Right. So like we just happen to run into that NFC North and the AFC West, and they're all just jacked. They're all just loaded up. So I think it's just bad timing. But ultimately, good teams don't care about the schedule. Right. And every year we look at it like, all right, maybe we could squeak one out here or there. Like, that's not what good teams do. They probably just look forward to those matchups. And so we got to get back to that point. But I like the draft too, to your point.
Yeah.
It looks like Joe Shane backed up his last draft with another good one on paper. You've probably said all this already, so I'll shut up.
No, look at this. Hold on, Bartlett, man, is already getting fan questions here from former revivalists of the month. Here, of course, our guy Richard Judge. Let's get it. Let's go.
I'm thinking way more than 300.
It's been a while. I don't really do that anymore. But
smart.
3-4 years ago, 375. So it's not really. I'm sure Tuco's doing twice that, but.
God, all right. Listen, man, we're gonna need some security detail this season. We have some surprises coming, so we're gonna need some security details. All right. Hey, but man, say no more, man. Listen, man, how tall are you, Bartlett? How tall?
I'm short. I'm 5'9".
That's fine. I'm 5'9" too. Don't worry, I'm 5'9" too. These guys are towering over me. You see them in public, you be like, "Oh yeah, you're the security." So,
dude, between Bartlett and Chuck, who played Dable in those videos, we got some good money. Two-toe.
Yes,
we are. Money. Yeah, I dare you to fuck with us. I dare you.
So, Bartlett, hold on. Now you're the revivalist of the month. Now I want to ask you, what is on your mind? What is sticking in your craw? Do you have anything that you want to discuss tonight?
I really, since Hefe's back on, I really want another F. Juan Soto chant. I mean,
let's go. Let's do it. You got to get it going, Bartlett. You're the star.
F. Juan Soto.
F. Juan Soto.
Did he just exit?
I don't know what happened. Sorry, something just
yeah, so weird.
The lights went out. I'm sorry.
Look at this guy.
Check it out, guy. He's on the show and still.
You are just.
It's the stuff of legends. That's the stuff of legends right there.
This is our guy Bartlett here as usual, man. So
I love the picture too.
We got to ask you, man, because we unfortunately lost someone that's kind of close to your name there, and Bill Hartnett, man. So when we saw Bartlett, we actually lit up a little bit. So just tell us, man, how did you find New York Revival, and what made you get in that chat and actually start contributing a little bit and supporting us here, man? That's a good question, I think.
I was looking for some giant content on YouTube. Not a big social media guy, so I kind of get my, videos and podcasts and stuff on YouTube and typed it in, and I saw you guys, and man, you guys made me laugh, and I like the enthusiasm. I just been watching ever since. So. Sorry to disappoint you that I'm not the Bartnett or whatever it was. But
no, that's quite fine. He's a legend, man. So we was happy to see someone that name. We thought it was a sign, so it was cool, man, to do that. Also, man, why you not on social media, man? You got to get a Giants Twitter.
No, you know what? Don't.
You crazy? You got to join the madness too. That's where the party's at.
Not for me. Not for me.
Look, he gets what he needs from Revival, and I think that's okay.
That's it.
All right.
That's all I need.
He's-
Question for you: favorite Super Bowl team that you've seen now? I don't want to date you too much, but what's your favorite Giant Super Bowl team?
I mean, 90s nostalgia for me. So I love the 90 team, because that defense was incredible.
Nasty.
I grew up, I'm a Carolina fan. So I love Lawrence Taylor. He's probably one of the reasons that I'm a Giants fan today. So I love LT, love Carl Banks, Leonard Marshall. That whole team, that whole defense was just fun to watch.
Bring that shit back.
So that's probably my go-to. But to watch them smoke the Patriots when they were the greatest team that's ever been on the field, I love that team too. So it's hard to pick, but I'd probably go nostalgia way, and I go with the 90 team.
Hey, you can't really go wrong.
But
it's a good question though.
Yeah,
I'll tell you this, man. It's definitely going to be 2007 for me. I'm just gonna answer that because I thought that was a damn good question. 2007 because we wasn't supposed to win.
Yeah,
that team was undefeated. We were not supposed to win that game, and we won. Yep. That will forever be etched in my heart for as the best Giants Super Bowl. And again, I haven't really seen those 90s, unfortunately. I wasn't really into it, but that 2007, because I actually want back. I'm that crazy. I want back and saw those games. But that 2007, oh my God, man.
Time of my life, man.
Takes the cake.
You're probably right. Because if you remember in 2011, there were a lot of weird similarities. Like I talked about before, that every 4 years you play these teams. It was the same time. We played the AFC East and you played the Bills and the Patriots. You remember that. And then it was just we're getting hot at the right time again. And things just started.
The Packers.
Had to go through Green Bay again. It was just things lining up, and we started to dream a little bit because we had seen it before. But to Eli's point, in 2007, I mean, we were kids, the last time they won, and it was against an undefeated team. It was the Cinderella run. It was fucking magic. It was pure magic, the whole thing.
It was. Hey, you want to talk about celebrating? I probably celebrated for a good year. You know what I mean? At least until the season started. You know what I mean? It was just so magical. My daughter was just born too at that time. I think she was only 6 months old or something like that. So it was just everything just lined up perfectly. I just wow. I couldn't believe it, man. So that one definitely takes the cake by far, man.
My neighbors were setting off fireworks. I was running on the ground. I'm running over them. I was invincible. I ran through I saw a house having a party through the woods behind me that I wasn't that close with them. I ran over because I heard them celebrating. I ran through their house because I had a Giants jersey on, was just hugging a bunch of strangers. I ran right back out of my mind. And I want to get back to that place. Only a Giant Super Bowl can really send you there.
You're right, and the little bit of peace of mind, and not peace of mind, but a little bit of maybe it might happen again. I remember we were so close to running Tom Coughlin and Eli out of town, and they were right on the verge. Everybody was right on the verge, and then they stepped up and they won. So you know what? Maybe Dable, be that guy, man. Step up, revive your career, change it around. You were this close, but there's still time to fix it. There's still time. And you got to start somewhere this year, man, and make it an unexpected run. I don't know. Even if you get 9-10 games this year, that for me is just, huge. But let's see, man. I agree with you guys, though. For me, 2007 has to be. I was a little bit too young for 90. I remember watching it, but I didn't get to enjoy it as an adult. But 2007 was it, bro.
Also, I'm not an obnoxious Giants fan.
Yeah, hey.
So I do remember running around the bar when we beat the Packers and doing the discount double check.
Let's go.
That was fun.
Yes.
When I tell you. So listen, of course, man, Bartlett. Couple more things, brother. How do you feel about Brian Daboll heading into this season? Do you think he's actually gonna find the coach of the year, Brian Daboll, in there and get this team to some sort of wins? And give us your predictions as well.
I feel like he squeezed every ounce of whatever he had out of that team to make that run. And it kind of pushed us. I feel like it kind of pushed us back to go forward as to where we are now. But I've always kind of liked Daboll. I like the fire. I like, I like how he gets fired up on the sidelines. Let's see. I'm excited to see what he could actually do with Jackson Dart. I hope we don't see him this year on the field.
Yeah.
And you know what? With the Russ thing, I can't stand Russell Wilson, but he's been great. You know, he's had a good career. To me, last year in Pittsburgh wasn't the Russ that I think we're going to get this year because, what's his name? Arthur Smith.
Yeah,
he's an OC.
Stunk. Yeah.
God, he gets nothing out of quarterbacks. Everywhere he goes. I don't know how he's always stuck around in the league. He's one of those guys just leeches around everywhere.
Yeah, it's like
somebody's always
you
picking
got
him
friends.
up as OC.
Once
And he does
got
the same boring shit over and
exactly,
over.
exactly right.
You know?
Nobody's
So I really
falling
think
for
we're
it.
gonna see, right. I really think we're going to see, you know, we might not see Russ from Seattle, but, you know, he was decent with the Broncos as much as Sean Payton hated him.
Yeah, right.
You know, I mean, he was decent. So he can't be any worse than Daniel Jones. It can only be better. So even in his worst year, I don't think he's Daniel Jones. So
and that's what they preach, right? Like, they just get us a quarterback, and this offense will take off a little bit. So you got your guy, and then some. You got another guy behind him, and then you have your franchise quarterback in the waiting. So if you can't make it now with these three guys and show us a little bit of something, then you know what? I love Dable, but you're not our guy then. Right? Like we could pretty much lock it up at that point. If you can't get it done now with your three quarterbacks that you handpicked, you can't even say Daniel Jones, because again, I'll die on that hill that Daniel Jones was kind of forced on him a little bit by Mara. I know it's unpopular to say, but I'm sticking with it that all the mannerisms I saw on the sideline said that wasn't his guy. You got your guys now. Go make it happen. Go make it happen, man.
And I would hate to see him, you know, not get that opportunity. Like, say they go 3-14 again this year, and then Dayball's gone. You know what? We never get to see him with Jackson Dart. So you know,
that's what can't happen. That's right. You got to give them this season and next season, right? Like get through the gauntlet. Give us a spark this year in any form. Hopefully, Russ keeps us above water. Have we gotten into like Russell Wilson at all yet?
Not really.
No.
How do you guys feel about him? You know, every event. This is probably why Sierra wanted to be here, but he's really leaning in to the New York experience. And like on one hand, it's like you can't blame him, but is it too much?
Yes. And you know what it is? And I'm sorry, I'm my bad, y'all. Yes, there is too much because it's an agenda to it. There's something attached.
Yeah.
He understands where he's at. The biggest media capital in the world. New York is where it's at, right? This guy's gearing up for after football. Don't get it twisted. He's gonna say all the right things. Yeah, you know, I look at Theo and he looks great, and I played him back, in college, and I threw it to him a couple times too. yeah, sure. He's gearing up for what's life after football because he knows. I'm telling you right now, he knows and understands there is no other team signing him after the Giants. Unless he plays lights out, unless you see him play ridiculously well, there's no other team signing him after the Giants. This is not. He's going to be a backup, and he doesn't want to be a backup. So he's gearing for life after football. He's doing all his runs, all his media runs to show that he has some sort of personality, but it's straight cardboard. It's straight cookie cutter cutout. It's straight cornball. And no disrespect. No disrespect, Russ, but you're corny. You're corny, bro. You're corny. You have no swag at all.
We got all the swag that we want in Jameis and Dart. We don't need a third.
Like he's gearing life after football, man. He's doing too much. Sit down. If you're doing all this, you don't got no time to study anything. All right? Sit down. Talking about I watch all this film and these guys are great on here. You're lying.
You better know this playbook inside and out, pal. You're at every game.
He's wearing his freaking pants when they're all in shorts, like throwing a ball around.
I know.
Like,
he's
a
nerd.
Biggest fucking dork ever.
Yeah, he's
the
nerd.
fakest dude ever. I can't tell.
It might be a little bit of both.
Hashtag Lionheart. Like he's a dork.
He's a dork.
He is. And listen, that's why, I gave no credence to like Dart playing much this year. But like, listen, if this team's middling like come October, Halloween, and Dart's chucking it around in practice. And Dart's vibes. The whole team loves that guy, right? And you know how Russ could be. Exactly. The whole team might hate that guy.
Exactly.
So there might be a quicker switch than we think.
There's easily
Russ to Matt Flynn,
Yep.
Yeah.
Russ got drafted. They signed Matt Flynn in Seattle, and they booted him real quick for us.
Quick,
rookie year.
quick.
Yeah.
I think it's a somewhat realistic situation where the Giants start 1-4 because of the schedule, or 2-5, and Jackson Dart is lighting it up in practice, and Dable needs Dart to be the guy to save his job. So, like, there is a world where Russ plays 5 or 6 games, and they either go to Jameis or Dart because they're trying to keep the season alive. If the season's on life support at 2-5,
Right,
you need to string together wins. You need a spark, and if the team is not rallying behind Russ, which you can imagine, because
see it.
there's something not genuine going on there. Like, you've heard stories from past teammates. Like, it's a little weird. He's a little weird.
He's a little weird.
Yeah. So just do enough managed games, and if this defense is what we hope, then we'll be in games, and hopefully Russ is 3-2, and the noise stays quiet, and we move forward.
Yeah. Agreed.
But we need that Jackson Dart swag, hands down. But anyway, no,
it's coming. It's coming.
Yeah, I know. I can't wait. But
I don't think Dable can wait either. I don't know how long.
I know. He's gonna be chopping at the bit.
Imagine he's like undefeated. He's like, Dart, get in here. Like, imagine like he can't wait that long. Imagine. Yeah. But Bartlett, man, give us your predictions with the schedule, man. How tough it is. Give us what your win-loss prediction is, brother.
I want to be so optimistic, but I don't know.
Be yourself, probably. Don't be someone you know. Let's go.
That type of shit.
What does your heart say?
I want 8-9. 8-9.
That's fair. That's fair. That's optimistic, actually.
I think there's some sneaky games in there that they could, with that defense, I think they could pull out. I don't know.
Yes.
There's some games in there. Chargers, I mean, are they really that good? We don't really know.
I think that we have a couple of fallback teams, right? Potentially.
Yeah. I think they could take the first game. As much as the Commanders, were great last year, I really think they could take that game. I hate the Cowboys, so I hope they win that game.
Fuck the Cowboys, bro. Fuck the Cowboys. They're done. I'm done with them.
I'm 3-1 first 4 games.
Ooh, all right.
3-1.
All right.
It ain't bad. I kind of got that too.
Yeah.
That ain't bad.
Eli's been saying that.
Yeah.
And I think we're losing both to the Eagles, but
yeah,
besides that, nobody in that schedule, I mean, is tough as I cried about in the beginning about it being a tough schedule. I really think we can take some games.
There's nobody unbeatable.
As long as we don't get crushed with injuries, and like Andrew Thomas is down, because like you see what the old line is again every fucking year is the biggest question mark. If Andrew Thomas goes down and shit crumbles, then like it's going to be bad. If we stay healthy, I really think we can compete with anybody, including the Eagles. I think it can be closer games than we've seen. I think the Giants have had really bad quarterback play and bad injury luck, and I think they're better than what their record has been. That's what I think.
I agree, man. Well, Bartlett, one more last thing, brother. Do you really? I mean, are you the best revivalist of the month?
He might be.
It's a challenge out there. It's a challenge.
I mean, has anybody ever, super chatted themselves? I mean,
no.
Talk your talk, air horns again. Oh, I gotta hit him with the air horns. Bartlett, thank you so much, man, for coming on. We do appreciate you, man. Listen, Mikasa, Sukasa. This is the platform of the people, man. So come on whenever you're ready.
I appreciate you guys.
What have you, man? Thank you so much.
I got the beer sweats right now. I've been drinking all day. We've been at the beach.
Let's
go.
Let's go.
Yes.
Let's go. And come invite us. Invite us. All right, man. Come on. Cheers, brother.
Appreciate you guys.
We'll talk soon, brother.
Best, man.
Great to meet you, bro. Thank you.
That was great.
Thank you.
Man. Bartlett's amazing. That was amazing. That was
amazing.
Great. Bartlett's amazing. Man. Bartlett's amazing, man. Listen,
Very
you guys might have some comp here.
He came in with the booming voice, and we knew right off the bat it was business.
Listen, man,
business.
I said
like, his audio was good. His video was good. You gotta respect it.
He said, "Hey guys, my name is Bartlett from from Jersey."
I was like, "Damn, this guy's gonna get all the women." Like, he's just talking real smooth there. He's like,
"Hey, I just want to tell you, I love this show."
I was like, "Golly, man,
best.
I can't even sound like that if I tried." You know what I mean? But hey, listen, guys, we got to talk about a couple things.
We got Big Rich, former
revivalist of the month. He's stepping to the plate, Bartlett. He's like, hold up, not so fast, Bartlett. Not so fast. I was revivalist of the month. Not so fast, yeah.
I love him. I love you guys all, man. I love you all. Listen, revivalist of the month, chat, everybody, man. You guys have been there for a long time, and we can't do any of this shit without you. We keep saying it. and you guys keep the lights on over here. You give us these trips to the Pacers game. You give us these trips to the Knicks game. You give us this trip to the draft, man. This is all happening because of you guys. So keep up the help because we need it. We love it, and we appreciate you guys.
Hell yeah.
Hey, girls.
We want to do this more, though. We want to get to more away. Like, that was so fun. We all left that Green Bay trip thinking,
oh, my God.
And feeling this is what we need to be doing.
This is us.
So, like, we talked about, like, trying to get our asses to a Pacers away game or, like, maybe it'll be a Giants away game. We got to build up the funds again.
Got to build those funds back up. Takes on E.
So help us out.
We're gonna start a new thing.
Help us out here.
But I hope we held up our end of the bargain. We said we'd bring you with us, document the whole thing. You got to experience pretty much exactly what we did.
Whatever we do going forward, that's gonna be what our style, right? Like we're gonna take everybody with us, whether it's in a parking lot,
put some change in the cup, please.
Help, I'm poor.
Help me, I'm poor.
Help us here.
Listen, until
after
we get
Green Bay,
sponsors,
we are poor again. But we will be back.
I thought about it this way. We are kind of like Green Bay, right? Like, you know how the town is the owner, like the towns are the owners. Yeah. These people, you guys are owners of our show, man. Like you're the help. You help us. We are the Green Bay Packers. You guys are Green Bay.
Yeah, right? Like Bartlett isn't just a revivalist of the month. He's our main shareholder.
I think we got to start giving like pieces of paper, shareholder papers off to these guys because they're bankrolling us, man.
Yeah. Bartlett's like, I own you, bitches. At this point.
It's true. Rich, all of them, right? They we own these guys here.
Yeah.
So listen, guys, of course, during the season, we're going to do something pretty cool for you guys, hopefully. Maybe, we'll start doing some invites, man. You guys send us to your man cave. And, maybe throw something to sweeten the pot. We come out to your man cave. We'll bring some beers. We'll have a good time, man. Hopefully we'll do something and start touring around and coming to you guys and hopefully partying, etc. So we're also planning a night out as well for the Knicks game.
Knicks watch party.
Knicks watch party as well. So a lot of stuff coming up, man, that we're going to do during the season. And, of course, we'll try to do an away games and we'll make it fun. So if you guys want to see us at a Philly game away in some Giants uniforms, hit the pot.
We're going to need Bartlett to come with us.
We might need Bartlett.
Yeah, we're going to need Bartlett. Bartlett, you're going to have to. We need you, brother.
Bartlett, everybody, the biggest motherfuckers we find.
We need you, Bartlett. We gotta make it home, brother. We gotta make it home.
But I understand. Yeah, okay, good. Like, Tuto would fly from Italy.
Get Tuto in here. We need him.
We need somebody. He said, I'm in. Say no more. Bartlett said he's in.
Neymar asked us a question about the Knicks. Going back here, what do you guys think about Reggie Miller calling the Knicks game tomorrow?
So you know what? Oh, can I say this real quick? Real quick?
Go on.
Leave Reggie alone, Knicks. Because the last time y'all walked over to him and he was like, yeah, the crowd saying, oh, that's right, I could curse. We curse on our own show.
Yeah, you can curse
crowd saying fuck you.
We've done it a couple times.
Sorry, my bad. They're saying fuck you. They're saying fuck you, right? Leave Reggie alone because the fucking Pacers killed us after that. I believe it was. You get what I'm saying? So leave Reggie alone. Let him call the game. Crowd, leave him alone. Let the Knicks go out there and go do their thing. I feel like we have to go to Indiana. And here's my cockamamie idea. All right, guys? Here's my stupid idea. But I feel like we have to go set the vibes right because not too long ago, they were throwing trash at a Pacers fan in the street. Now, granted, he was talking mess. I get it, but that doesn't lead to all of that. Talking mess is just banter. I feel like we got to get the vibes right. If we go out and it's a miserable game, we need to come up with a plan. And a revivalist, we need to come up with a plan to get out there to bring the vibes back and turn the tides a little bit to get us out there in Indy. Short notice. I just think
calling all rich people.
Calling all the rich people. I just feel like this has to work here. The positive vibes got to come back because I feel like we turned the tide a little bit.
We can fix this.
Something like that.
We can fix this.
You bought that dude Carter and Jackson Dart, damn it. We can fix this.
Hey, listen, we brought a Carter and Dart. We brought that game home, that game 6 victory for the Knicks. We were in the building. I'm telling you, we're reviving. We are reviving
literally
New York
staying true to our word. Speed, was that from Cable Guy? We can fix
Yes,
this.
yes. You get me, bro.
Always.
Don't
But
you
listen,
want somebody to love?
let me tell you this.
Nice, Eli.
Like it.
Nice. Dude, I'm impressed with Eli. On our road trip, we did so much music.
Yeah.
Obviously, we had like 6 hours in the car together. But like Fleetwood Mac came on. We were shuffling. We had a whole like 90-minute hip hop thing. Then we went deep. We did the Fleetwood Mac. Eli was throwing out deep cuts and throwing out history of the band. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Like, you son of a, you think you know somebody. Go on a road trip. That's how you get to know
on a
somebody.
road trip. Let's do it again. Let's do it again.
Listen, even the song Spiro was singing in the video, I'm like, oh shit, I know that song. Like, that shit is freaking amazing, man. I'm trying to think of it now. I'm thinking of the words. Forgive me 1 second. Speed, what the hell was it?
Oh,
6 feet yeah. I was like, oh, that song is fire. But anyway,
I want to fly. I want
to fly. Listen, yo, I don't know how that happened, by the way. But
that was amazing.
That was fire.
Listen, I just want to say one thing. Yeah. Fuck Reggie Miller. Fuck the Pacers. And fuck everybody. I walked in from there.
Speed, you're going to ruin this, Speed. Don't you ruin it for me.
No. Respectfully. Go fuck yourself, Indiana. I want this so bad for the Knicks. I want it bad. I don't care if Reggie Miller's is stepping in the way. Halliburton, all you motherfuckers, get out. Rick Smits, all you motherfucking everybody. Fuck Indiana. We need this. And they're gonna take it. I may be too confident right now. Maybe too confident. But to your point, we are teetering as a fan base on the edge of borderline disrespect. No, we got to chill a little bit. Let's not get too crazy. We still have 8. Yeah, we still have 8 wins left.
Bartlett shows violence. I like Bartlett.
I like this.
He's acting shy before. Now I like this Bartlett.
We got 8 wins left. Yo, don't burn this city down yet. We need something to celebrate on when we win this ship. All right.
You just gotta win 8 games before you lose 8 games. That's it. That's what the game is now.
We're not big math guys, but we know that.
I could be wrong. I don't know. I've had a couple, but
all right. So listen, guys. Of course, we got to round this up. We got to get a little serious here. All right, we're gonna cover WNBA. Man, of course, man. You had Indy. You had Chicago Sky facing each other. And guess who's on that team? You got it. Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark battling it out. Man, what a freaking time that game was. Great game, by the way. Let me have to admit here. It was a great freaking game. Some history was made, etc. It was awesome, man. But let's talk about it, man. The hard, flagrant foul that Caitlin Clark put on Angel Reese. And Angel Reese popped back up and was like, oh, you are crazy, ho. Not like that.
I
had that.
In so many words.
I felt like ho was missing in there.
Yeah. Just for effect.
Just for the effect.
Dude, you should have done a voiceover of that clip.
That was great.
Yeah.
I'll be Caitlin Clark like, hey, why did you do that?
And I gotta be Angel Reese. You crazy, ho.
Crazy, ho.
All right. Let's work on that.
All right.
Let's work on it. That sounds like a good one, brother. We should do that.
Yeah, what could go wrong? Yeah.
You cancel tomorrow? Who cares? We got a revival this year. We're good. We're good. Shout out to the 431 people watching right now. But listen, man, yes. The whole seriousness, right? I tried.
Sorry.
I tried. But yes, the flagrant foul. Angel Reese got back up, man. Wasn't too happy about it. I want to get your guys' thoughts about it, man, because there's a lot of people going with the same narratives again, man, and it's kind of uncomfortable for me. But let's start with, of course, Mr. Glass half full, man. What's your thoughts on that situation? Was it a smart foul? Was it Give me your thoughts.
It was a hard foul. Just a normal hard foul. Like nothing egregious. She went in. She was making sure that both arms, when you play basketball, you better make sure both of those arms are not coming up. So she grabbed both arms and wasn't letting up the end one. It's a clean foul. That happens every single game.
It's a clean foul.
Yeah, it's a clean, hard foul.
It's a real foul.
Yeah, bro. And I don't see it. Listen, there is some pent-up anger from Angel. Like there's at least more to it than just a foul. She overreacted, in my opinion. And I think what the WNBA wants is they want this to just happen. They're going to try and push it as hard as they can. But both these ladies are not biting right now. They're not. And because, Angel, couldn't really go with it afterwards. She didn't really take it to the next level. And then Caitlin Clark's just like, hey, it was a hard foul. Nothing crazy. You're a good player. That's it. I was like, oh, man, can you guys just spice it up a little bit? Yeah, come on, spice it up. No, but listen, this was manufactured on so many levels, and I think there might be a little bit more to it on Angel's side. She might have a little bit of animosity towards Caitlin, and being kind of the second fiddle right now, which again, in my opinion, deservedly so. She's not Caitlin Clark. I'm sorry, you're not Angel Clark.
No one,
Angel. Come on,
you're not Angel Clark. Angel,
you're not Angel Reese Clark. Angel Clark Reese Caitlin.
That's definitely
That's facts. That's facts, though. That's facts. Hef, what you got, brother?
I think the more that they drum up this tension, the better it is for their sport. I agree with that part. But that part aside, the play, if you watch what led up to that foul, Angel Reese pushed Caitlin Clark's teammate in the back to get the rebound. So if that foul is called, which it easily could have been,
right,
then that hard foul never happens. So the ref got stuck with the whistle, in his pocket, did not call that. So what Spiro said is exactly right. In basketball, there are blatant fouls that you do to make sure you don't give up an N1. And that's exactly what that was. Angel Reese has been watching too much LeBron. She flopped the shit out of that thing, dude. Once you see the arms, nothing makes your arms flail when someone was hitting your arms down. Like, dude, stop it. You got
Draymond Green type shit.
Like Eli, there's some built up tension there, and she popped up. And in the heat of the moment, sometimes you pop up. Right? It happens. It happens.
I like that. I almost that one. That was good. That was good.
So I love the tension between them, but nobody is Caitlin Clark. She is the biggest women's basketball star on the planet right now.
Yep.
And Angel Reese is a power forward. She's okay.
Yeah. Gets a lot of rebounds.
Yeah. On her own mission. That's another subject.
I'm just calling that one like I see it.
Yeah,
that's another.
But listen. All joking aside, Angel Reese is box office. Angel Reese can play. She's a damn good ball player. Let me make that clear. She's absolutely incredible. The reason why she was drafted so high. Angel Reese is Angel Reese. Not discrediting her at all. She is gonna be probably in the WNBA Hall of Fame. Whatever the case is,
and credit to her for making a name for herself too.
Absolutely, on and off the court.
Mm-hmm.
So her game is great. Off the court is great as well. But I have to say this, man. Caitlin Clark is an athlete. She doesn't care about nothing off the court. She only worry about what's on. She's the assassin. She is the Kobe Bryant of ladies. You know what I mean? Like, she's draining threes from God knows. She's orchestrating a team around her to be better. And look how much better Indiana is playing with her on the court in this second year that she's here. She's like facilitating the entire team here. They look incredible. When she was on the bench, that team was in shambles. When she got off the bench, the team was like a well-oiled machine. It was beautiful to watch. I was like, man, and this is year 2 and she's the captain. You know what I mean? So shout out to Caitlin Clark, man. She is the face of the WNBA. Shout out to Angel Reese. But she is not the face there. Let's make this clear. Caitlin Clark is selling out arenas everywhere she goes. Mm-hmm. Not saying Angel Reese can't do it. It's just literally it's out there. You guys can Google.
She can't do it. I'm sorry. Angel Reese is not selling out arenas.
You're right. And Caitlin Clark is selling out every home game. She is the athlete here. She is the face, and it's okay. Regarding this foul. And again, I think it's more people, it's bigger than what it seems, okay? The girl pushed her, Angel Reese pushed her teammate, and Caitlin Clark might have gotten upset by that and fouled her. And you know what Caitlin Clark said? Hey, I'd rather her take the chance of shooting the 2 at the foul line than an easy layup. That's basketball
101.
That's basketball 101. You better foul instead of for that easy layup and let them hit that from the line. My coach would have killed me back in the day if I'd have let that easy layup go in there and I didn't contest it. Or at least foul. And that's for the both of y'all, too, because y'all play ball. You better go contest that shot no matter what. Yep. And then Caitlin Clark actually was like, hey, ref, did you see the push from the back? No? All right, I'll just foul. And then the flop happened, and then all the hoopla happened right after that. You know what I mean? So I think it was just well overboard. I think it's just crazy. The one thing I dislike about this whole thing here, and guys, forgive me, I know I'm long-winded when it comes to this stuff. Ryan Clark and RG3 started going at it. RG3 displayed something that, hey, Angel Reese hates Caitlin Clark, and he put all these little things together and why. You know what freaking Ryan Clark says? You're married to a white woman, so how do you know black woman's part? Like, how does it go to race that quickly? We're talking about two professional athletes in a professional sport, a foul. What does race have to do with it, Ryan Clark? And what does bringing up someone who they love, whether they're white, polka dot, purple, whatever the case is, what does that have to do with him displaying what that rivalry is all about there? Ryan Clark got a problem. And the way you're race baiting right now, man, it's just gonna it doesn't do it. The way you're causing division is so unprofessional and uncalled for, Ryan Clark. I don't think it's like you really got to assess yourself. I think you're more clickbaitish right now, and you're way better than this, Ryan Clark. You really, really better than this. You're aiming towards more clickbaiting here, guy. You're playing on people's emotions. You're playing the race card a little bit too much. For what? I understand you want the ratings and you're in the news. I get it. But to talk about someone and who they're married to because he's not married to a black woman, that he doesn't know the plight of a black person. I'm married to a white woman. I ain't ashamed to say it. But how the hell you supposed to tell me what black plight is on? I don't know what a black woman. I got sisters too. I got aunts too.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think they fall to the waistline? But let me ask you this. Do you know what a white woman's plight is? No. I had to learn that culture. So I suggest to Ryan Clark to go learn different cultures before you start throwing out black people's plight or whatever the case is, because white people damn sure have their own too. So the nerve of Ryan Clark using race in a sport, and it was just a simple foul. That's it, my guy.
Yeah.
Everything else was an insult, man. Stop playing that card, man. You do this all the time, Ryan Clark. Shame on you.
Yeah.
Way better than that,
wolf.
Man. Yeah, you're way better than that, man. Stop. I can't stand it no more. The way this whole race thing in America, it's got to stop. It's just it causes division. Imagine if everyone was colorblind and just judge the person on their character and who they are. That's what it should be. If you're a piece of shit, you're a piece of shit. You're a great person. You're a great freaking person. Let's start separating them from what that is, not by the color of your skin. Tell me right now, it's crazy.
It waters it down. Anyway. It waters it down. It waters down the message when you keep saying the same thing over and again over a foul in a basketball game that wasn't even that hard. Like this didn't need to go there. Like there's other topics that were like, yeah, I agree, 100%, Ryan Clark. You can speak on this kind of stuff, and it makes sense. But like this didn't need to go there. It weakens your other points that you're going to have in the future and in the past. Because if you keep shoving this down everybody's throat like that. It's good. It's again. You're the boy who cried wolf. It's like you keep saying it. You keep saying, I'm like, here he goes again, right? Like we're gonna go this way. Yep. It was a basketball foul. It didn't need to be more than that between two rivals that aren't even rivals right now. We're trying to manufacture this whole shit. So like, come on, it doesn't have to go there.
Lately, it seems like Ryan Clark throws a grenade, waits for it to blow up, and then has that person on his podcast for ratings to try and settle it. You know what I mean?
That's
like, dude,
right.
We know what you're doing. We know what you're doing. Like to attack RG3's wife and like that is off limits. Like call him dumb, tell him his take was terrible, whatever. Yeah. Do not bring up his wife, dude. You just don't do it.
Wife and kids is off limits, man.
Nope.
That's one thing that you don't play with mine, and I won't play with yours. You know what I mean? Like, and he didn't deserve that RG3. And again, that was him trying to create TV, create content to draw up a rivalry to help that league out. Because at the end of the day, that league is still hemorrhaging money with these talented ladies that you see there. That league is still hemorrhaging money. So he's creating content and the buzz to create a rivalry between these two. And Ryan Clark says, well, he has a white wife. He doesn't know what black plight is. Like, he doesn't know what the struggles of a black woman. What? Like, what? He's black, right?
Does he not have a mom or a family or anything? Real. Like, what are you talking about?
I wish somebody tell me I don't know what the plight of a black woman is, man. I grew up in the hood. I grew up poor, dirt. Hey, come on.
You had apparently no other friends that didn't know any other black women either. Like,
what?
No. Just
like,
you just.
I wish somebody, if I get to the level of the RG3s and the Ryan Clarks, and then they say, hey man, he has a white wife, he doesn't know. I wish somebody would. That'd be the last time they mention something like that about my family, man. The last time. I mean, like, you crazy, man, to even mention something like that? How do you know?
You don't go there, bro.
You just don't go there, man. And listen, and I had to learn her culture. You can't help who you love. You can't help who you marry. You can't. So if it's a white, black, polka dot, have at it. Long as there's love there, that's all that matters. Shouldn't matter about what skin color. And listen, white people have struggles too, people. Let's call a spade here. And my guys don't want to talk, but trust me, I know it. So as long as we start to understand each other and let that veil down, this color shit will be erased. It really would. But you got to stop freaking attaching it all the time and trying to separate and divide people. Ryan Clark, you're one of them. Shame on you, man. Shame on you. Talk about the sport. Talk about the game. Talk about the rivalry. Talk about the foul. But not another man's wife, man. Terrible, because you don't want nobody to talk about yours, bro. Real talk. I'm sorry, man. I'm on.
Don't be sorry. And white people do have struggles. For instance, last month, Spiro's pool wasn't heating at his mountain house. And it was a disaster. Absolute disaster. Nearly ruined the weekend.
Fuck you, bro.
Sorry, I just.
Oh, wait. Hold on, Sunday. He said he has a LT tap, by the way. Bartlett. We're going to have to see that real quick before he gets out of here. Before we get out of here.
Hold on. All right.
Bartlett, you still with us? Where's the LT tap?
Oh, that looks amazing.
See, my forearm's not big enough. That could
that's so proud. I love that exact picture too of him. That's a fucking great shot.
Wow. Yeah, he's a Giants fan. He's a Giants fan. I'm gonna have to say, LPG, you are on the clock.
Oh,
LPG, you're on the clock. Wow. LPG, you're on the clock. You got to show off your tattoos now on the show.
I'm going to try not to show anything I'm not supposed to here.
Yeah. Calm down over here. Whoa.
Hold on now. Whoa.
All right.
Look at that.
All right.
Whoa.
Take it easy, bro.
Whoa.
Easy.
Showing a little much leg there.
Jordan on there.
Nice.
Oh,
yo,
shoot, I like that. It's the Jordan. Oh,
yeah, you got all.
Rasheed Wallace.
You have all my favorite. I'm a UNC guy too.
Rasheed Wallace, my favorite basketball player ever.
I love.
I got a weird top 5 favorite basketball players.
All right, so
best,
it's
man.
weird. All right, what's the top 5 real quick? Let's run it off real quick.
Rasheed.
Okay.
I mean, Iverson. I love Iverson.
Fair.
Grandmama, little LJ.
Yeah.
I respect that. All right.
Nice.
My guy. That's my guy.
I respect that.
John Starks.
Okay.
My 90s. Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah, I'm not.
Only 4. That was 4.
Oh, Jordan's obviously one of them.
Yeah, Jordan got it.
You got to chat it.
Nostalgia, you know.
Yeah.
My guy from back in the day.
Yeah, that's not weird at all. I mean, to I guess statistically or championship wise.
Oh, nice, Chris Farley. Let's go.
Oh, that's Farley. Oh, shit.
Oh my God, Matt Foley. Technically, it's Matt Foley.
Yeah.
He's a motivational speaker.
This is like my nostalgia arm.
I love it. That's dope, bro.
That's fire, Bartlett, man. Holy shoot. You know what, Bartlett? Stay on, man. We're gonna close the show out. Stay on.
All right, cool.
Yeah,
man. But guys, can I get a little ending music, man?
Of course.
Please, brother. Here we go, man. We are winding down towards the end, man. We just want to thank you. Shout out to the 463 people that are watching us right now. Thank you, man. Thank you to everybody that donated to Bartlett, the richest of the world, the Titos.
Let's go.
Shout out to you guys, man. Thank you so much, man. Guys, I think we're going to get a guest hopefully next week. Okay.
Wait, just got something to say.
I just didn't want it to be lost that the Yankees beat the Mets. I just wanted to bring that up super quick. You know, super great series. Great series.
Wonderful, I thought.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't.
1, 2, 3 in the lineup was like over 32.
Hey, listen, when you guys stack up your best starting pitchers because you feel the need that you have to win this series because you can't lose a third straight series to the Mets, right? That can't happen. And you guys showed out that way because
seems like
this was your World Series. This is your World Series.
The money
that's fine. That's fine.
Let's go. Okay.
You got us at a bad time. Our lineup is slumping right now. We just lost 2 out of 3 to freaking Red Sox. We're struggling. You caught us when we're down bad, but we'll be back.
You're
back.
using
$800 million for a 1-tool player.
The Yankees have The Yankees have good pitching, and you use that against the Yankees, or you played your best player. What else are you supposed to do with your best player?
You realigned your whole rotation. No, You let your pitchers pitch in the
Look,
rotation.
even your internet is like, dude, even your internet is not even supporting you right now. It's like, what the hell are you saying?
Now I know why you never talk about the Mets on here.
No, listen.
Even his internet's like,
Start
nope,
stuttering,
nope.
you get nervous.
Yeah.
The Mets will be fine. Soda will be fine. I have no worries. No worries at all.
I feel bad for Speed. His internet was like, nope, don't even try to take this bullshit. Don't even try to talk this bullshit, man.
You could see where the sketches come from, right? This is our conversation, and we just channel it into a sketch.
Hold on, guys.
Uh-oh. Always got one.
Mets will be back. The Mets will be back. I'm not even worried because
I'm
again,
happy.
You
I'm
guys,
happy
when we won our 4 games last year, you guys are like, oh, you guys act like you won the World Series, and then you guys said it's just May. It's just May. It doesn't matter what happens now, but we'll see you at Citi Field, motherfuckers. We will see you and we will beat you.
When is that series? When is that
4th of July. 4th of July weekend. So let's throw a couple shekels down, or maybe
let's go
something more.
Let's go.
I'll take Queens. I'll take Citi Field. I think we have to do something for it. But man, guys,
that sketch was awesome though. We had a fun time with that sketch, Chef.
Oh, listen, man. I might throw an idea in there and sprinkle a little Knicks in that kind, because the last time the Knicks guy came in, I got something. We'll talk about it. About it. All right, but
I need you guys in my backyard and do it right around that table.
You're right.
That's what I really want.
Can we do something before the season starts? Or
hopefully way before. Yeah, whenever you're ready. I live here, so
yeah, that's true.
Whenever you're ready, just come over, and I'll write something on your drive over, and I'll have it ready.
No more. But man, of course, shout out to the 472 people that are watching, man. Please hit that thumbs up, share, and subscribe. We do appreciate the support, man. And of course, man, behalf of my brothers, man, you guys know who they are, and that's Mr. Glass Half Full, and that's
Speed the Genius.
Yeah, he is.
He is the
genius.
Go.
He is.
That was the Bartlett voice. I had the Bartlett feature.
That was deep.
That's what we call it now.
Yes, the Bartlett. And of course, my brother, the chemist, the humor god himself, El Jefe, is in the building. You like that one?
I like that.
I kind of like it. Yeah.
That's a good one, man. The humor god himself. And of course, the revivalist of the month, Mr. Bartlett. And it's your guy, Eli Rax, a.k.a. Vibes. We see you guys on the next one. Peace and blessings. Yes,
sir. New York's revival. I'm in the building.
Let's go.
Live with the Wolf High Bro!
Let's go.